Welcome to day 2 of our 5-day series about overcoming fear and anxiety. On day 1, we talked about who is God, and today we are talking about the fact that God walks with us daily. There are 2 very similar verses with one same commandment, so I'm going to start off by reading those. The first one is in Joshua 1:9. It says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." And the second is in Deuteronomy 31:6. "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." In both of those passages, we see the same commandment. Be strong and courageous and do not fear. So that's the commandment. Why do we not have to fear? And it's because God walks with us, is what he says in both passages. Do not fear, I walk with you. And so in order to not fear, we have to remember who God is and the fact that we have access to be with him and he walks with us every day. How do we be strong and courageous? Going into Isaiah 41:10, it says, "Fear not." So again, that same commandment, fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. He says, I will strengthen you. We cannot have strength without him. We don't have it. It's not possible for ourselves to have that for ourselves. It says, I will strengthen you and I will help you. So do not be afraid. We have to walk with the Father to not have fear, not to have anxiety. And in my life, I would say that when I, again, focus on myself and I felt like the Lord has asked me to do certain things with my life, teaching yoga being one of them, speaking his word, and just daily things of stepping out and having faith in him. And there are a lot of days when I'm telling the Lord, I can't do this because fill in the blank. I'm not good enough, I'm incapable, I'm not brave enough, I'm not courageous or strong. And every time the Lord speaks, Brooke, I'm not asking you to do this because you're strong enough. I'm asking you to do this because I'm strong enough. And if you will walk with me, then you won't have to do it yourself. And that is the invitation that he has us all in. And if you feel like the enemy is trying to tell you all of the things that are wrong about you, why you can't do such and such thing, just remember that it's not about you. It's not out of your own strength that we walk with the Lord and that we are bold and strong and courageous. It is out of his strength. So we just walk with him and we trust him and we remember who God is. And that takes the gaze off of ourselves and onto him who is able and strong and with us. All right, friends, we are going to get started in a simple seated posture on our mat. So crossing at the ankles. Again, if you'd like to use a block or tall books under the knee to relieve any pressure out of the knees, feel free to do so. Rooting through the tailbone, sitting up tall, finding that straight line through the spine. Closing the eyes and starting our practice with some deep breathing all together. Go ahead and release your breath out through the mouth. And then inhale through the nose, filling up the body, the chest, and the belly with air. And open mouth, exhale, release it out. Great job. Let's do that a couple more times all together. Inhale through the nose, filling up all the way to the top. Expanding through the chest and belly, and open mouth, exhale. Last time all together, inhale, deep breath through the nose, coming all the way to the top and holding for 3, 2, 1, and exhale, release. Taking that breath with you all the way through this practice. Inhale, sitting up tall, and exhale, release the chin down into the chest. Take some slow neck rolls all the way around, releasing any tension or tightness stored in the neck. Moving slowly and gently here. And then whenever you're ready, reversing those neck rolls, going the opposite direction. Slowly moving here all the way around. And then coming back to neutral. Inhale, raise the shoulders high, and exhale, roll them back, getting big movement through the shoulders, releasing any tension here. And then exhale, reversing those motions, going forward with the shoulders. Great job. Just starting to move, releasing any tightness. And then we're going to take the legs all the way down the mat, bringing the toes high. Inhale, reach the fingertips all the way up. And exhale, coming to our forward fold, bringing those fingertips as far forward as we can. And then releasing over the legs, arching through that spine. Again, coming to our shins or our ankles or our toes, wherever you're at in your forward fold today, being present with the body, just starting to open up those hamstrings. Inhale, half lift, drawing the chest up just slightly away from the legs. And exhale, fold back down. One more deep breath here. And exhale, release it. Come back to center. We're going to let the left foot stay long and the right foot come into the left thigh, finding a figure 4 in the legs. Making sure the hips and shoulders are faced forward. Inhale, reach the fingertips high. And then exhale, bringing the fingertips forward, folding over, just focusing on that left leg. Bringing the chest down towards the thigh, reaching the crown of the head towards the toes. Open up the lower back. Inhale, half lift over the leg. And exhale, fold down. Great job. Slowly come back to center, and we're going to take it to the opposite side. Right leg comes out long, left foot comes into that side. Finding a figure 4 here. Inhale, reach the fingers high. And exhale, slowly fold over, reaching all the way down towards that right foot. Focusing now just on the right leg. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Great job. Coming back to center. We're going to take the left foot over to the right, finding a twist, bringing that right elbow over to the left knee and twisting over the left shoulder. Inhale, sitting up tall, and exhale, twisting a little bit deeper, looking a little bit closer towards the back. Great job. Releasing that foot long down the mat, switching to the other side, stepping to the opposite side of the mat, taking that elbow over to the knee, and gaze comes all the way back. Inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, coming back to center. We're going to swing the legs around and come to a tabletop position. Hands coming under the shoulders and knees coming under the hips. And taking our cat-cow, warming up the spine. Inhale, bring the gaze high and drop the chest low, coming into your cow pose. And exhale, arch through the spine, chin to chest, coming into cat pose. With our cow pose, we're opening up the front of the body, and with cat pose, we're opening up and elongating through the spine. Go ahead and take this movement with your own breath at your own pace, moving, flowing from one movement to the next. And whenever you're ready, we're going to tuck the toes and slowly lift the hips into our first downward facing dog. Pressing through those hands, spread the fingertips out wide, and let the chest start to reach towards the thighs. Pressing out of the shoulders, lifting weight out of the wrists. Maybe walking out your dog, slowly bending one knee at a time, starting to work those legs. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. And exhale, slowly walk the feet in between the hands, coming to our forward fold. Let the head hang low and the chest reach in towards the legs. We're going to take a twist as we're in our forward fold. So planting the left fingers in between the feet, start to reach the right fingers high. And at the same time, lifting the left heel off the mat. So it's opening up that right hamstring and twisting through the core. Inhale, reach. And exhale, release that right hand back to the mat and the heel coming all the way back. Taking it to the opposite side, plant the right fingers in the center of the mat, left fingertips reaching up high and bringing that right heel off of the mat. Coming to our standing twist on the other side. Inhale, open up that chest towards the left. And exhale, release the left hand all the way back down, getting one last good fold here. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold. Slightly bending through the knees, inhale, coming all the way up to extended mountain, reaching high with those fingers, and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to extended mountain, and exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, come to half lift, and exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, and if you'd like to, stand up and walk to the back of the mat, and then step the left foot forward to meet us in our posture. Exhale, lift into a high lunge. So we've got both feet pointed towards the front, bending through that left knee and sinking the hips low as we reach our fingertips toward the sky. Open up the chest, inhale, and exhale, sink the hips low. Take one more deep breath. in your high lunge. And exhale, plant the hands beside the left foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right. And release the knees to the mat, taking your Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to take the same movements on the other side. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. And exhale, step into your forward fold. Again, hanging heavy here. Opening up through those hamstrings. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold down. Bending through the knees. Inhale, coming all the way up to extended mountain. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach it high. And exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, plant the hands, this time stepping the left foot back. Or again, walking to the back of your mat and stepping the right foot forward. Exhale, lift up all the way into your high lunge. Sink those hips low. And bring the fingertips high. The back heel is lifted away from the mat. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, take your lunge just a little bit deeper here. Finding strength through the legs. And opening up through the top of the body. One more deep inhale. Great job. And exhale, plant the hands beside the right foot. Step that foot back to meet the left. And release the knees to the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Finishing our vinyasa flow. Great job. Take a breath here. Maybe again walking out those feet. Or letting the heels just reach towards the mat. Taking your downward facing dog a little bit deeper. Release the knees to the mat and sink the hips back onto the heels, taking your child's pose. Breathing here, inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Allowing the heart rate to slow. And take those breaths a little deeper. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe it feels good to rest here for a moment. Then we're going to come onto the knees. Swing the legs around and come to seated on the mat. Giving your knees a hug. Inhale. And then exhale, release the back all the way down to the mat. Lift the soles of the feet straight up and come into your waterfall pose, lengthening through the legs. In waterfall pose, we're reversing the blood flow and cleansing out the body. Inhale and exhale, feeling the rise and fall of the chest with your breath. If waterfall pose is too difficult to hold the feet up, you can use a towel or a strap around the feet and use the hands to hold the legs up. Bending through the knees, grab onto the feet and come into happy baby, opening up the hips. Maybe rocking your baby from side to side if that feels good. Inhale and exhale. Slowly release the feet to the outer edges of the mat. Take the right ankle on top of the left knee, coming into reclined pigeon pose. Opening up that right knee towards the front. Getting a good hip opening stretch here. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you'd like to take it a little bit deeper, and if so, you can grab onto the back of that left thigh and start to pull the knee into the chest, opening up the hip just a little bit deeper, going as far as the body is able to today. Breathe in deep and open mouth release. Slowly release that foot back into the mat. We're going to take it to the opposite side. Left ankle comes to right knee. Coming to your reclined pigeon pose on the opposite side. Inhale, opening up that left knee towards the front. And exhale again, maybe grabbing onto the back of the right thigh and pulling the knee in towards the chest. Take a deep breath here. Inhale, bringing oxygen into that hip space. And exhale, maybe pulling that knee into the chest just a little bit deeper. Slowly release the feet back into the mat. Slide the toes all the way down and release the hands by the sides, coming into our final resting posture in Shavasana or corpse pose. Closing the eyes and finding stillness here. We're going to release all the muscles, starting from the forehead, unfurrowing the eyebrows. Let the eyes sink back and the eyelids just softly closing on top of them. Open up the chest. Let the shoulders be heavy into the mat. Let the hips be soft. Unlock the knees and let the toes roll to the outsides of the mat. Finding that deep breath here again. And like we did before, I've got 2 questions for us to meditate on here, to pray about, to seek the Lord about. And again, you can always journal about these questions and write out your thoughts. What does it mean for you today that God walks with you? How can you walk in strength and courage today? God, we praise you because you are larger and greater than anything we could ever face. You choose to walk with us in dark places so that you can be our light, Lord. Let us be bold because we walk with you. Give us new strength and courage today, God. You are all we need. You are where we find our comfort and our strength. We love you, God. Thank you for this time of breathing and moving. We give you the rest of our day. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Thank you guys again so much for being here today with me, for moving, for breathing, and finding stillness on your mat with me. I look forward to seeing you next time.